Okay, guys, we're live here. Going to get together tonight a little bit and talk about BetBash 3. I want to welcome everybody to the call here. We've got Adam, we've got Cameron, we've got Fats, and of course, we've got Spanky here to answer all of our questions. So, what we're going to do tonight is to just talk a little bit about the agenda for BetBash 3 and see if there's been any changes or any modifications that Spanky's able to share with us. Spanky, can you hear me? Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, no, we can hear you, Scott.
Yeah, sorry, the Wi-Fi apparently is not that good here.
Do you want to go through real quick about the agenda, or what would you like to do first? Is Spanky the only one having internet trouble?
I think so.
Adam, are you good?
Yep.
Okay. Spanky.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
There we go.
The first thing we want to do is, you want to go through the agenda, or do you want to take a caller from or a message from somebody that's listening to the live chat right now about Bash 3? What would you like to do first?
Yeah, we could just take a call. The agenda's on betbash.co for anybody that has a question about it. I've gone through the agenda a lot. We could probably go through it again, but we could take a call, no problem.
Okay, let's pull one of these guys up real quick and
Yeah, we'll just go.
yeah, go. I don't know their names. I can't see.
Well,
their
yeah,
names.
you got R9 Sierra right there. I think he was on first.
Okay, R9. Do you want to go ahead and ask the first question of Spanky? And I think we just lost him.
They dropped it. Looks
We
like.
just lost him. Well, all right, Spanky. Then I'm going to go first then, because I have a question about BetDash. There's going to be a problem with the heat during the BetBash experience. What exactly are we going to be able to do with the 115-degree heat out there? Are you going to keep us on Fremont Street? Are you going to run us on the Strip? How much distance is this BetDash going to be?
So the BetDash is restricted to just downtown. You'll never go to the Strip. You don't need a car. And we're going to be running it early in the morning before the heat gets too crazy. Yeah, it's going to be restricted to just the downtown area.
Okay, so if we just have to worry about those specific casinos underneath the canopy, then, right?
Yeah, well, it's going to be downtown. I don't know if it's all underneath the canopy, but it'll be within walking distance. There's a couple of casinos not underneath the canopy, but yeah, it's all those downtown casinos.
Okay, I'm just trying to try to get you to slip and give us a clue. So I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm doing everything I can here to try to give you some
I
clue.
know.
Because I think the BetDash is going to be incredible, because you're going to be working with 5 to 7 other people that you've never met before. So that's going to be an extension, really, of the speed networking, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, it's going to be randomized, so you might randomly pair up with someone that you know, but more than likely, you're going to be with 6 or 5 or 6 random strangers. But you're going to have one common goal to try to be able to solve the BetDash and you have one common interest that you all love sports betting. So
Right.
I think it's going to be fun.
Right. So the goal of BetDash, though, is we're going to be given some kind of puzzle to solve that's going to give us a team to bet on. Then we got to find Chinese Mike.
Yeah, so it's like a 2-part thing. Essentially, it's like an application to try to work, be a runner for Chinese Mike. And what it comes down to is you have to do 2 things. You have to first try to find out what you have to bet on, what ticket you have to get to Chinese Mike, and you have to once you know what ticket, you got to find Chinese Mike. Chinese Mike will be hiding somewhere, and it's not going to be an obvious place. You can't just look around. It's going to be somewhere discreet, and but with enough clues and with enough knowledge and working together as a team, you'll be able to crack the puzzle and eventually find Chinese Mike, present the ticket, and the first person to do that will win the event. We're going to have, I think, top 3 places get paid, and also a random place. I think 15th or 12th. We don't know the number yet, but like the 15th team gets paid. So this keeps everybody in it, kind of, so that people don't want to give up. And if you find out that somebody wind up completing the race, you don't want to just give up in the middle. We want everybody to complete it.
Well, I just see a huge advantage in this BetDash already because not very many people know what he looks like. But you know what? I do.
That's true. Exactly.
And I'm going to give everybody a clue. He answers to the name A-Roll.
Yeah.
It's top 3 or 4 places. I was trying to figure out what the over round on this contest was. Like it's a circa millions or something. So it's more like World Series of Poker where you want to finish in the top 3.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, this is these are prizes that we're giving out. There's no entry fee. If you have a BetBash ticket, you're more than welcome to participate. And it's going to be fun. It's just a different way, like Scott just said, to kind of extend that speed networking, to make it like another networking event, to kind of force people to come out of their comfort zone and make new friends. So we'll see what happens.
And this is like dealing with paper heads, where you just got a paper bag full of cash there for the winners, or is it a big novelty check?
Great questions. I don't think I know. We probably I don't know. My buddy, my guy Manny handles all that. He's the one running it all, so I don't know how it'll be distributed, but it's gonna be fun. Everyone's gonna be happy, and but you got to be fast. You have to have wits. You got to use logic, reasoning. You got to know a little bit about sports, a little bit about sports betting. That's pretty much it. I can't really give too much away. You'll be able to use your cell phones. Obviously, we're not going to run something where we're going to say, "Oh, you can't use your cell phones," because obviously we can't police something like that.
No.
So use your cell phones, but obviously, to try to look up answers. But we're gonna, we have guys going into Wikipedia the night before and changing a few things. So if you think that you're gonna find the answers, if you think you're gonna find the answers on the internet, we've made sure that we tried to close some of those loopholes.
That tells me we're gonna have to be searching Wikipedia the night before to see what's got altered.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, let's break away from.
Yeah, let's do a Wikipedia dump the night before.
I think that's what I'm going to be doing. Let's go away from BetDash for just a second. Bobby just joined. I'm going to go ahead and let Bobby ask you a question directly.
Hey, Bobby.
Yo, what's up, Spank? I actually I asked you a question the other day. I DM'd you. Wanted to make sure you still be able to register if you're getting in late Tuesday night from a flight. But it makes sense why you need me to get there early. So I just wanted to make sure for the networking event, everything will still be okay if I get there early enough.
Absolutely. Just try to come in. We're going to open up, I think, 8 or 8:30. So you just come on in Wednesday morning. We'll take care of you. I'm going to have my whole staff there. Don't worry about it if you can't make it Tuesday night.
Cool. Yo, Spank, I don't know if you remember, but I was actually at the Jake Williams event in Hoboken when they had the event with Captain Jack. That was like the first time I kind of got introduced to all that. So I'm excited to finally make it to my first Bet Bash.
Awesome, man. I remember that event. I gave a presentation.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I only gave that same presentation one other time in Harry Crane's class that he ran, and I never gave it since, and I don't think I ever will. I think I kind of talked a little bit too much in that, but
I had a bunch of stuff written down, so my hand was hurting from afterwards. So you might be right. You might have said a little bit too much.
I know. I love it. I love it. But yeah, man, great. I'm so happy that you'll finally make it out to Bet Bash, Bobby. Looking forward to meeting you, bro.
Thanks, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining, Bobby.
Absolutely.
That brings up a very good point, and this is one problem that I have with the whole Bet Bash week, is it's too short. I'm going to actually believe that we should be starting Bet Bash on Monday, and so that's what I'm going to do. And I've encouraged everybody on my team to be there on Monday and start this thing a day early. This last year was the best 4 days of my life, and I want it to be a little bit longer this year. Spanky, you ran a heck of a job last year. I cannot wait for Bet Bash 3.
Thank you, Scott. Yeah, I'm only as good as my team, and we got a really solid team behind us. So, a lot of people say BetBash 2 is so good it's impossible to top. We're going to do our best to try it, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
So,
I got it. I
Spanky,
cannot wait.
About the speed networking there, because it's the first event and everybody gets a lot of value out of that one. Is it, if you were there last time, is it the same? And I can't remember when everybody A, puts in their preferences, and then B, the same. Is it the same guy running it as last time?
Same exact guy did an update to his algorithm. Michael from speednetworking.com. He'll be the same guy running it. And we're going to be sending out an email sometime next week for people to fill out those preferences. It takes 3 minutes to fill out. And then if you come to registration on Tuesday night, we're going to ask you, did you fill it out? And if you didn't, we'll have somebody assist you and walk you through filling it out. So don't, that's why we have the opening night party, because we want to make sure people are signed up for the events. Also, that opening night registration is when you'll be assigned your random team for BetDash. So,
yeah. Did you do the opening night party last year?
We did.
Or was it just a registration?
It was just a registration. This year we changed. It wasn't an open bar last year, but this year we made everything an open bar now. So everything, is it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I think I goofed it up last time where I didn't even show up until like 5 minutes before speed networking started. So I won't make that same mistake.
Yeah, when are you getting into? Are you getting into town on Tuesday? Obviously,
I'm getting in Monday night.
Oh, Monday,
so
perfect.
You know what I mean? Like
You're good.
I'm maximizing the time this time for sure.
You might as well. Yeah.
But everybody's going to meet at Bar Canada Monday night, also, right, Spanky?
Tuesday night is Bar Canada, and then Wednesday night is Bar Canada also. So, and we're going to be helping people out. Especially Wednesday. That's the time. Make sure people register for BetDash. And then people go to the Legacy Club every night also. Just that's like the unofficial meetup for a lot of people attending the conference. A lot of people go up there, so it's cool, man. It's there's ample time for people to get together and talk shop or just make new friends.
Well,
I'll tell you one funny story from that. I was hanging out there at the Legacy Club late one night with Spanky, and we stayed up there till about 4 a.m, closed the place down, and we come down at 4 a.m, and we're walking out of there, and I said to him, man, my wife's gonna kill me. I'm not getting back to the room till 4 a.m. I left her all alone all night, and I got back to the next day. Spanky said, "So did you get in trouble with your wife?" And I told him, "No, when I got back to the room, she was still out gambling."
That's right.
Well, Spanky, I'm supposed to meet several different people that have contacted me Monday night at Bar Canada. So it's going to be kind of like a pre-party.
Okay.
Because several people have reached out to me to sign up for the proxy service, and though I'm going to be meeting several people there. So if anybody else wants to drop by Monday night, I will be there. My uncle Norm is actually going to be there with me too. So
hey, Scotty, that's good to know. You're running an open bar Monday night. Nice.
It's not an open bar. It's a pre-party. No open bars. I'm sorry, but Adam, you wanted to ask him something about speed networking, I thought, right?
Yeah.
Did you?
So
Go ahead.
Speed networking was my favorite event of last year. I know I've heard connection, it potentially can change your life. I'm here to tell you that's true. But there was one, as much as I loved it, as much as what it did for me, there was one negative to me, and I'm wondering if with the location change, felt like we were piled on top of each other, and it was very noisy. And by the end of it, like leaning in to listen, and it was just typical. I'm wondering with the new Circa convention space, is that going to be an improved situation?
It's going to be a vast improvement, Adam. Because it's going to be a lot bigger. The acoustics are going to be a lot better. My voice was hoarse after the speed networking event, and it stayed that way for the entire week. So, believe me, we wanted to make sure that it's going to be a lot wider, spread out, and you don't have to yell over each other. Even though it was so great last year it's going to be even better this year. This Circa Ballroom was just built and was completed in, I think, June of 2022. So this thing is a little over a year old, and it's top of the line. So we're going to have ample space, and it's going to be a great time, and it'll be a lot less cramped.
Hey, Spank, what's the over/under on the number of hours of sleep you will get the entire time you're in Vegas for this event?
I honestly, I like to sleep, but
I have a number in my head, but I'm trying to.
Yeah, if I need 4 hours at least a night. If I get 4 hours, I could function. If I get less than that, I might be able to go a day with less than that, but then I'm going to be a zombie the next day. So, I try to. I'm at every event, obviously, and I try to, I just take it easy. I like to have a good time, but just to be honest, when you're running the party and stuff, it's kind of hard to let loose fully, because that you're the one who has to worry about things going wrong and solve problems and stuff. So as much as I'm going to have a good time, I still have to just pace myself.
And then I had a question about the Hall of Fame induction ceremony dinner there. I don't know what the venue looks like. I imagine there's tables of 8, tables of 10 or something. So
exactly.
I better show up with 9 of my friends.
It's going to be the exact same venue as the speed networking. And and where the panels are, they're just going to flip the room. It's the Circa Grand Ballroom. It's going to be tables of 10. If you want to request to sit with someone, that's another request we'll be taking at registration. So if you say, listen, I want to be with this guy and this guy and this guy, obviously you can't come in and say, hey, yeah, put me next to Billy Walters. You know what I mean? Because Billy Walters also has to say, yeah, I want this guy and that guy next to me. So just, if we have matches and stuff, then we'll make sure that people sit next to, their friends.
Is it assigned seating though, or it's just a free-for-all?
It's assigned seating if we want it to be. We're going to have reserved spaces on tables that people have arranged to have reserved, and then everything else will be a free-for-all. If you didn't reserve if you didn't tell us at registration that you want to sit with, these 3 guys, then you're just going to have to figure out, get there early or get there and find a way to get on that seat, So.
Okay, great. No, that's great information.
Well, good. Hopefully, all of us on the round table can sit at the same table or stay
at a round table.
At a round table, that works out really good. I like that. Looks like we just got somebody else to join. JD just joined. JD, you want to go ahead and ask Spanky a question?
No, I'm okay. It's a little bit loud in here, but needless to say, I'm very excited for BetDash 3.
Is this your first? Is this your first BetDash?
No, this is my second.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, welcome to the chat, and if you just want to listen, that's fine.
Spanky, thanks, dude. Yeah, I like that hat, bro.
Appreciate it, Spank. You're the man.
Thank you, brother.
One of the questions I keep getting on SpankOdds support is about the Billy Walters interview. There's been a lot of questions about that and about why you're not going to release that to everybody as a regular Be Better Betters. And I tell them that right now your position is you're not going to release it. They've got to buy a BetDash 3 ticket and just see it live and take notes. Because that's what you told me I had to do, was take notes.
Yeah, you got to understand, people are spending a lot of money to be at BetDash. So how am I going to release a podcast where people are coming to spend money and watch this interview, and then all of a sudden, a week later, somebody can get it for free? No, I want people to know that they had something special that won't be replicated, that won't be publicized, for a while. Maybe we might release it a few years down the road, but it's not going to be released anytime soon after the event. And we want that because that's the advantage of coming to the conference. Other conferences just publicize their panels, And that's cool. But if you do that, then why the hell would I go to the conference? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
it just doesn't make sense. So, yeah, we're gonna stick with that.
Okay, then I will keep telling people the same thing, that you're definitely not going to release it at least for a couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Fats. I
And
don't.
is
I don't think anybody's giving you a chance to ask a question. If you wanted to do it,
No, I'm just here to keep you guys on track.
well, I'm glad you're here. Cameron, go ahead.
I was gonna say, is Billy got like a big pyramid of books that he's selling after this thing, or what's he doing there?
So there's some things in the works. I know the book is officially released August 22nd. However, there might be something where there might be an opportunity. And again, I'm no promises, but we're trying to work something out that people at the event might be able to get a crack at the book. We don't know yet. He's working it out, and we're talking it over, and we'll see what happens. But if that's the case, that's pretty special. You know what I mean? You got to be able to get a chance to buy the book before, about 2 weeks before it goes on sale. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't want to make any promises. It's all up to Billy. It's all up to Simon and Schuster, the publisher. This is beyond my I'm above my pay grade, as they say. This is I just listen in on these meetings, and I just sit there and say, okay, cool. Even at this event planning, I'm so out of my comfort zone planning events and stuff. I just bet sports. That's what I do. I don't know anything else. So every time I try to get into these, I try to listen and learn. But I really don't have too much input. I just whatever the suits and all the bosses say, I just go with it. So.
Well, whatever you do is working, because Bet Bash 1 was good. Bet Bash 2 was 10 times better. And I'm expecting the same out of Bet Bash 3. But there's no pressure on you at all. I don't.
Yeah. No, it's going to be great. One thing we just recently added to the itinerary at 5 p.m. on that Friday is we're going to have a Hall of Fame, the Sports Gambling Hall of Fame viewing, essentially, unveiling. So they're going to pull back the curtain, and they're going to actually just show it for the first time at 5 p.m. right before the induction ceremony. And that's going to be, that's not open to anybody that's in Vegas can come to that. There'll be a lot of media there, and it's going to be pretty huge. It's going to be a big, big event. A lot of media, a lot of pictures being taken. If somebody told me, I haven't seen it, but if you go by the circuit now, the construction has begun, and they're working on creating that space to the left of the ticket windows for that Sports Gambling Hall of Fame. So really, really exciting stuff.
That all sounds really good to me. The next question that I keep getting, I've got this from several members of the roundtable. I've also got this in Spank Odd support email, is about the dress code. People are really concerned about the dress code. Can you make people feel a little bit better about that?
No, listen, we're recommending black tie, black for the Hall of Fame and for the Legacy Club, and then but at the bare minimum, it's business smart, so that's what we're doing. The last thing we want to do is for somebody that paid to come to Bet Bash, show up, in shorts and a t-shirt, and we're gonna have to tell them, sorry, you can't get in. I'm gonna hate to do it, but we've given enough notice, and we've kind of let everybody know that this is what it is. So, even Roxy put out a tweet the other day, come dressed up. This is how it is in Vegas. When you have a nice big party in Vegas, historically, you dress to the nines. That's how it goes. Do I like wearing a tux? No, that's not me. Again, I'm like everybody else. I'm a gambler. But do I understand that there's a need, particularly for the inaugural class of the Sports Gambling Hall of Fame? Yes. So you bite the bullet, you look nice, and that's it.
Yeah, that sounds real good. Can you tell us any of the dignitaries or the important people that are going to show up for this Hall of Fame?
I'm not really sure. You know what I mean? I keep hearing names and rumors and stuff. I don't know. I know all the living Hall of Fame members are going to be there, and I know relatives of the deceased Hall of Fame are going to be there. I know everybody on the panel for them. I'm pretty sure everyone on the committee, including Fats, will be there. So that's it. You know what I mean? And I know all the Circa brass will be there, obviously, and it's going to be a good time. Like this is a big deal. We're establishing the Sports Gambling Hall of Fame, and again, I just kind of described it, but I'll do it over. I'll talk about it again. I built a 16-person committee, and in order to get inducted into this Hall of Fame, you have to have a 75% approval rating, which is very difficult. It's not easy. Fats will be the first to tell you, without going into details on how the voting went and whatever. But it's there's a lot of people on this committee that are not going to just give a Hall of Fame induction to just anybody. So you have to have earned it, and you have to have the respect of your peers. And the committee I built is based on just not just bookmakers, not just Las Vegas people, but also sports bettors and offshore and whatnot. So I'm really excited, and I really believe that anybody that gets into this Hall of Fame has definitely earned it. And again, we have Billy Walters, the number one sports bettor of all time. That is, the if there's somebody that should have their own wing in the Sports Gambling Hall of Fame, it should probably be Billy Walters, right? So if he's going to be in that inaugural class, it's as legitimate as it gets. If you tell me you have a Sports Gambling Hall of Fame and Billy Walters is not in the class, then that's like saying, yeah, look, I have a baseball Hall of Fame and Babe Ruth's not. It just doesn't make sense, right? So, Billy being a part of this is a big thing, and he doesn't put his name on anything, on just anything. He doesn't associate himself with just any Hall of Fame. He will never. That's not his style. He takes pride in what he does. This is his livelihood, and he's proud to be inducted with the fellow inductees that have gotten inducted. So I can't wait.
I agree with you. I can't wait for the whole Bet Bash experience too, especially since you're making us wait longer than a year this time. But we're definitely not going to do that again. It's always going to be in August, which makes it better for people that want to sign up for the contest. That's the plan, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Having it in August is able to knock out two birds with one stone coming to Vegas, because not only can you attend Bet Bash, but then you can sign up. You could sign up for all the contests, and that's big. We're definitely going to be signing up for the contests ourselves, and I know, Scott, that you're starting a proxy business, and I'm excited for you. And we'll definitely be using your services, my office and I, for our proxy entries. And I urge everybody. I know that you're going to be giving some good rates for Bet Bash customers, and I appreciate that. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, I'm actually only going to charge $200 for the Circa Millions if you go to Bet Bash. So if you're going to put in 5 entries, the standard rate going around Vegas, it looks like it's $250. So if you had a Bet Bash ticket, that could save you literally $250 off the proxy that you're going to be buying anyway. So it's a great discount for Bet Bash members, and I'm very happy to do it. My goal with this proxy service is this: the top 10 people in the contest, I want them all to be my guys. That's my goal for this contest. I want the whole top 10, not just the winner.
No pressure, Adam.
I'm counting on Adam to be one of those guys. I really am.
Well, Scotty, then if I play, I'll use another service.
Yeah, if you're not going to be in the top 10, you're going to have to go somewhere else because we want the top 10. I want to have the whole list on my group. So do we have any more questions for Spanky?
I have one more question. Sorry,
Go ahead.
Spanky. I'm not a large man. I'm worried about my physical security for this Twitter panel about the Twitter beefs. I don't know if things are going to get like rowdy. Do we have some of those Jerry Springer style guys in T-shirts to come in and break this up, or what's going to happen there?
Yeah, that's a sportsbook consig. Dave Sharapan made that request. It's funny. Listen, I think everybody. Look, if anybody gets out of line, I'll knock them out. So don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be all right. So it's gonna be good. Everybody's gonna behave, and we want some hot debate, and we want some good debate and stuff. But at the end of the day, everyone's respectful of everybody's space and stuff, and so it's I think it's going to be fun. That Twitter panel is going to be definitely entertaining. The big panel is the traders panel. I think my guy Luke's going to be on it, and a couple of there's a lot of sharp people on that panel, and there's going to be a lot of every panel is pretty strong, really strong. So there's a lot to learn, and I can't wait. All the panel info's on betbash.co. We got 3 panels plus, of course, my interview with Billy Walters. So it's definitely can't miss stuff.
No, I'm looking forward to those. Those are always great.
Definitely getting to listen to Luke talk will be really good for everybody. So, does anybody else have a question here, or do we want to try and wrap this whole thing up? I thought we would get more people coming in from Twitter than we turned out to have. No other questions? Fats, you got anything left?
Nope, I'm good.
Adam, you good?
I'm good.
Cameron,
Looking
you're
forward
good?
to it.
Yeah, JD's just pinged in, though. Maybe he gets the last word.
JD, go ahead if you got something.
Is a bolo tie with a dress shirt acceptable for the induction ceremony?
Is it what tie? I'm sorry.
A bolo tie?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, the bolo tie is sharp, man, especially in the
The
heat.
cowboy tie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, that's a cowboy
the
question.
rope
I'm from
that's right
Jersey.
up, yeah.
I would assume any
Yeah,
shirt
sorry,
and
I
tie
live in
would
the
be
boonies in Indiana.
acceptable.
Yeah, listen, you know what I mean? Sure, I guess. Yeah, yeah, man. You know what I mean, JD? If you want to, I know that's pretty nice. A lot of the Cowboys wear that, and you got that hat on. So what am I going to say? You know what I mean? I'm not going to disrespect you.
That is really going to be a big night. Really big night for Bet Bash. Well, Spanky, if you want to do any kind of closing remarks, or we just want to end this right here?
No, I think we're good. Again, betbash.co gives you all the details. Follow us at bet_bash on Twitter. I did a lot of different media appearances, podcasts. Ed Fang on the Power Rank. We kind of went through a lot of stuff. I was on the Better Life. I don't know if that's released, and others, in the past. So, listen, this is, I can't say enough about this event. I put my heart and soul into it. My whole team puts our heart and soul into it. We don't make money on this event, from the ticket sales at all. But, so, it's a lot of money having open bars in Las Vegas. So, but,
Hey, and
go ahead,
don't
Fats.
forget the week after you get back, you got to start working on Bet Bash 4.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just I urge everybody to come out, have fun, maybe learn a thing or two, maybe make a friend or two, and I look forward to meeting you guys.
I look forward to meeting everybody also. I'm going to be available Monday night at Bar Canada and Tuesday night at Bar Canada to do any kind of sign-ups anybody wants for the contest. And like I said, I'm only going to charge $200 for the millions. Looks like everybody else is charging about $250. So it's a nice $50 discount for Bet Bash members. But that's about all we got here for tonight. I just want to thank everybody for joining, and have a good night.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Hey.
Bye-bye.